In 2009, Jake Ellenberger made an impressive debut with the UFC. He quickly put the welterweight division on notice, becoming a serious contender for the title. Welcome back to UFC from All Angles. As promised, we are joined now by the juggernaut, Mr. Jake Ellenberger. Jake, it's great to see you.
That's good to see you, too.
So listen, you did put everybody on blast right away. Your first fight's with Carlos Condit. You dropped the guy three times in the first round?
I think so.
How good did that feel?
Yeah, it was a great feeling, you know. To fight that caliber of an opponent, you know, is something you still kind of question yourself. But for me, it was really motivating, you know, to move forward and to know I can compete at this level.
Fighting out of Omaha, Nebraska, Jake Ellenberger.
There weren't a lot of people in a hurry to fight Carlos Condit on short notice. Unbelievable! Condit is in huge trouble here, Joe. Ellenberger pounding away with hammer fists. Can he choke out Carlos Condit?
The fight didn't go your way, but what did that experience do for you in terms of moving forward and knowing who you were going to be in the UFC?
I knew not only I could compete at this level, but I knew what it was like to get really tired in a fight. Like, I can honestly say I've never been that tired in a fight as I was between the second and third round. I never wanted to feel like that again.
Looks like Ellenberger's starting to slow down here. Condit's really going forward, being more aggressive.
The natural born killer,
And it was kind of a turning point in my life. I had to make a choice, like, do I really want to pursue this as a career and put 100% into it? So, you know, I just went all in. I went all in, I focused completely on my career, and, you know, here we are today, so.
Every time you're faster than him, every time you're faster than him. Great work, come on, come on. Nice job, Jake, attaboy.
But what were you doing beforehand? You were a Marine?
Mm-hmm.
How long?
6 years I was a reservist in the Marine Corps. And one of those spur of the moment, let's go fight. And, you know, we fought a couple times for fun and just kind of got hooked, you know. Just started training and really enjoyed it.
Well, because you hear about people saying that, you know, military service, the mindset of that transitions well into being a fighter. Do you see that at all, or were you in it enough to really feel that parallel?
Yeah, absolutely. I think when I joined the Marine Corps, too, it kind of changed my outlook on life. It just gave me a different perspective.
Why, were you a slacker before?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I was just not really the most disciplined guy and not really as competitive or as driven as I am now.
Come on. Base.
Going through all that training in the Marine Corps, it molds you into being mentally stronger, whether you like it or not. It's definitely helped me, you know, make the transition into mixed martial arts.
Come on, let's go. Everything it takes, let's go. This is what it takes right here. Come on now. Good job.
Hands are tired, arms are tired, but make a choice.
Well, we should back it up a little bit. I want to know how you even got into the fight game. Your brother Joe, your twin brother, is also a fighter. Yeah. But how did you get started and you know, even realize that this is where you should go in your life?
My first fight was in 2005. My brother Joe, we fought the same night, and it was kind of like, just sign up and fight. You know,
How long had you been training before then?
I didn't train.
Oh, you didn't train?
Didn't train before the first time I fought.
Seriously?
Yeah, seriously.
Just natural gifts?
Yeah, I'm just this, you know, this Nebraska kid who thought he was tough, and let's try to fight, you know. And so I actually signed my brother up the same night.
Did he know?
And he did when he got there that night.
Nice. Joe, you're up first.
Yeah, you're gonna fight. And you know, he's a very competitive guy. Yeah. So it didn't really take much convincing to get him to fight.
So let's talk about you and Joe. You sign him up for fighting. Do you guys then from there, you know, hey mom, guess what we're gonna be when we grow up? I mean, you know, how did that happen? How did she take it? Now she got 2 fighters in the family.
Funny story, actually. I got kicked out of my house because I was living at home when I was going to college, and she was like, well, if you're gonna fight and you're not gonna live here, and I'm like, I kind of laughed, you know, blow it off. She really did. So she kicked me out. But you know, as she got more educated on the martial arts side and the discipline and the hard work and stuff, so it grown on her a little more until now. You know, now she's my biggest fan. So.
Does she sit cage side? Are you cool with that or not?
She goes to my fights, yeah, but I know she doesn't watch. She'll go and she'll kind of do one of like Like, and then it's funny because after every fight, she'd be like, I'm never going to one again. That's the last one. I promise. I'm never going again. And then, you know, a couple weeks later, she just can't wait to hear when the next one so she can go. So.
It's time!
That right hand is ridiculous.
It's the things that you really, really don't want to do. It's even going to be the difference between being a world champ and not.
Jake, the Juggernaut Ellenberger! Fighting out of Toronto, Ontario, Canada, Sean Pearson!
Well, I was at UFC 129 in Toronto. Again, you took a fight on short notice. This time you cracked Sean Pearson pretty quickly, though. But that must have been a pretty incredible experience. It was 55,000 plus people. So did you look around and just, like, take in the moment of, oh, my, you know, I made it. This is huge.
Yeah, you know, before I walked out, I really kind of just stood back and looked around and was like, wow, you know, where this is a monumental stage. Kind of looked back and was just like, you know, I'm here and I'm doing what I love to do, so I'm definitely blessed. But really, there's so many emotions that are going through your head at the time, and really you're just trying to stay focused on exactly what you're gonna do. But 55,000 people, it's really hard to not. You feel it. You can block out sounds, but you know, you feel it just sending a wave through your body.
Ellenberger very relaxed and composed here at the start of this fight, Joe.
So I specifically want to stay with the Sean Pearson fight. You know, you shut down a Canadian in Canada.
Yeah.
That was a big moment, though. I mean, and at that point, everybody was whispering, Jake, you know, could be a contender, he's this, he's that. How good did that knockout feel for you?
It was cool. It was a cool feeling. You know, I'm not one of those guys who's gonna like live off that and like for, you know, it's obviously a good feeling to finish somebody.
Oh, big shot by Ellenberger. It is all over. Jake Ellenberger.
Really, anyway, whether it's submission, TKO, but finishing fights is definitely a gratifying feeling.
Yeah, boy.
Come on, come on, come on. Don't wait, don't wait. Everyone, Jake, make him feel it. Bad intention on every shot. Come on. Nice work. Overcome evil thoughts with good thoughts.
What do you say to yourself on the days where it's a chore, you know? Because obviously some days you're just probably not in the mood, or does that not happen?
Oh, that happens every week,
Yeah.
every single week. I mean, you can ask anybody, especially who competes at a high level, is, you know, how do you push through, how do you do it? And really, you just got to make a choice. You got to ask yourself, how bad do you really want to? Like, for me, I know, like, I want to be a world champ. And, you know, those days where you don't want to get out of bed, you're like, all right, you can sleep till noon if you want, but guess what? You're not going to get any better. And the guys you're about to fight are training today. So really, I just ask myself, you know, how bad do you want it? Because there's going to be 5, 10 years down the road when I'm not fighting anymore. You know, you can do whatever you want to do, sleep in and relax and be more lazy. But, you know, right now, I just got to stay on that mission.
Yeah.
Actually, one of my favorite quotes I can kind of integrate into this is by a guy named Tom Brands. He was a wrestling coach for Iowa, as you probably will know. He says, you don't deserve anything, you only deserve what you earn. And it's always been my favorite quote, and I kind of took that to heart. It's like, you think since you train every day, you deserve to win? Well, no. What are you doing extra? Because everybody trains every day. What are you doing extra?
Faster, faster, I need more, I need more.
It's the extra workouts. It's the things that you really, really don't want to do, you know, that's going to give you the extra inches. And it's even going to be the difference between being a world champ and not.
And is that something that, you know, you and Joe talked about when you were first coming into this? Or is it something that came, the better you got, you know what I mean, and the more fights you were winning, is it something that you came upon realizing that it was a possibility?
You know, to be honest, it was kind of a pipe dream. Like, oh, you know, I want to be the best in the world. You know, when you're a kid, everyone wants to be the best in the world. But I guess as I developed in my career, I started realizing a little more potential.
Here's Burger looking to finish. It's over.
Joe did too, especially saying, "Hey, you know, we can do this. We can become world champ." And my whole career, I've always just taken it one fight at a time. You know, focus on one fight at a time and do what it takes to win. You know, it's a young man's sport. You got all these young studs coming up now, and it's going to keep getting harder and harder. But that's why, you know, right now I really got to focus on these next few years and achieving that lifelong dream.
So what would a title mean to you?
A lifetime accomplishment. Everything. Absolutely.